Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Eddie Berrios from the Bronx. I want to clear something up on the squabble that me and Rashida Strober are having right now about me calling her a plagiarizer, which everything she does shows that she is plagiarizing. And now, since she actually admitted that she cites other authors and scholars. Now, citing, I'm going to give you the definition of what citing is. A citation is the way you tell your readers that certain materials in your work came from another source. As we know, Rashida doesn't give credit to any sources. She says it's all me. I've been doing it. It's me. I'm the first to do it. I'm the first to do it in the world. So, it also gives your readers the information necessary to find that source. Again, another thing she does. Information about the authors that she used, the title of the work, the name and location of the companies that publish the copy of the source, the date that the cited source that you use was copied and published. Giving credit to the original author by citing sources is the only way to use other people's work without plagiarizing. Citations are extremely helpful to anyone who wants to find out more about your ideas and where they came from. Everything Rashida Strober speaks, she says she created it. She gives, even though if you listen to all the topics she covers, they've been done. And Rashida Strober also cites other people, and it comes out that it's bad. Like what she did with the Madam C.J. Walker video. She left out a ton of facts. She was citing somebody else. Right here, it says, not all sources of citing are good or right. Your own ideas may often be more accurate or interesting than those of your sources. Proper citation will keep you from taking the rap for someone else's bad ideas. A lot of times Rashida uses other sources and they turn out to be incorrect. But she won't say she used another source. She'll just try to cover up the fact that she messed up. Citing sources also shows the amount of research you've actually done. Rashida Strober and myself, we do a ton of research. This is not stuff we make up. This is stuff we get from other sources, people who've already done it. When do you need to cite? This is something Rashida Strober knows 100%. She's always screaming about University of South Florida. I'm published here, and I'm this there, and I'm this. This is things she knows. When do you need to cite? Whenever you borrow words or ideas, you need to acknowledge their source. The following situations are always required for citation. Whenever you use quotes, whenever you paraphrase, this is Rashida. She paraphrases a lot of other authors and scholars. Whenever you use an idea that someone else has already expressed. Whenever someone else's work has been critical in developing your own ideas. As we know, Rashida doesn't give credit to anybody. She always says it's me, 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 me. Now, when I say plagiarism, if there's some people who don't understand what plagiarism is the representation of another author's language, thoughts, ideas, or expressions in one's own original work. Plagiarism is considered academic dishonesty and a breach of journalistic ethics. Rashida, plagiarism is considered academic dishonesty and a breach of journalistic ethics. Plagiarism is the representation of another author's language, thoughts, ideas, or expressions as one's own original work. So there's the difference right there between citing and plagiarism. Rashida will not give credit to anyone ever about anything. She just says, you know, like she talks, especially when she talks to me, she talks to me like I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I don't know what citing is. It kills me that she does this. And it looks like actually she erased, did she take them out? Okay, here they are. So, oh, she got rid of it. She got rid of it. She erased it out. I can't believe it. She sent me a big, long message, and I guess she thought twice about it, and she took it out. She deleted it. So, I told her, after this big thing she told me, I told her, Miss Rashida Strober, this is an example of citing, which you don't do. You just say it's all me, the only one ever in the world. So therefore, you plagiarized. Legally speaking, she plagiarizes. Or, as Rashida says, I borrow, everyone else steals. Well, see, Rashida Strober is one of those people that thinks she's the smartest person in the room because she believes she's above and everyone is below her. In her latest video about me specifically, she says, I'm below her. You're below me. You're not even on my level. You're below me. Hey, I'm below you, but I got you to admit that you plagiarized. But you want to call it citing. You want to use this legal term, citing. And the thing is, the essay she was posting online, which was her essay. Number one, when she did this essay on citing, saying citing is an important thing to let people know where the source is, but she never does that. Everybody who listens to her, the followers, and the ones who don't like her, have you ever heard Rashida Strober give anybody credit? Have you ever heard her use stuff that you already heard before 30 years ago and say, this is where I got this? This person said, no. Everything is me. And I don't dispute that Rashida Strober went to South University, Florida. I don't dispute that. I don't dispute that she's intelligent and but it's not about who's smart. She's like, I am smarter, I'm above. It's not about who's smarter. The dispute with me is that Rashida Strober doesn't practice citing. She doesn't practice what she preaches. She's one of those, do what I say, not as I do. So, giving acknowledgement to people you cite from, that's citation. Not giving them acknowledge, that's plagiarism, straight out. So, she told me in the video, she just sent me a message here that says, you know what? You have to read my University of South Florida, these published online. Read that and then come talk to me about citation. Like she's going to school me on what citation is. I know what citation is. I don't need to read her book. So I responded, I didn't have to read your self-published pages from your school you went to. All that you said in the video, I heard before 1998 as well. I understand. You cited it, right? I don't understand why you even bothered bringing up that thing you wrote on your, I don't even believe that was the school's pages. It didn't look like it. It was just something she had on a computer from her. She saves her stuff and she says, oh, this is posted here. This is acknowledged here. And a lot of her stuff is not even acknowledged anywhere. It's just acknowledged by her and the few people that follow her. So I find it really suspect, Rashida, that you couldn't produce something about citing recently when you started online. You chose to produce something that you wrote some 20 years ago when you was not online or even writing books, plagiarizing others' work. That right there tells me, Rashida, that you know what you was doing. Because you obviously know what citing is, but you don't practice it. You just post and say, it's me, I did it all, I'm the first. I feel that what she learned in the University of South Florida 20 years ago about citing, she's forgotten. She's definitely forgotten. Because it doesn't fit her narrative to be the first. To be the only one in the world. Me, me, me. It doesn't, for her to cite, it doesn't fit that narrative. Because if she cites and gives credit to others, then she's going to look like she's full of shit now. So now she can't do it. So she's stuck with a lie. She's stuck with a lie and she'll never change it. She stuck herself with just the biggest lie ever. But I always figure, Miss Rashida, maybe now, after rereading your own pages, you will remember to start acknowledging people you borrow from. Maybe. I doubt it. But hey, anything can happen. And keep thinking that you're above, keep thinking that certain people are below you. You keep thinking that. You keep thinking that people are below you. Because that underestimation is going to come back and bite you in the ass like it has been. Because I've bitten you quite a few times in the ass. So that's the difference between citing and plagiarism. When you cite, as you say, Rashida, and you acknowledge, that's good. But when you cite and you don't acknowledge, you like to speak about federal court and legal terms, that's plagiarism. You can put it anywhere you want on your next video, but let me tell you something, smart people that are listening to this right now, they know. There's a big difference between citing and plagiarism. If you cite and acknowledge, it's not plagiarism. If you just cite and say, it's me, 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 I did this, nobody else did it, it's plagiarism. It's very simple. I mean, this is not rocket science. I mean, you like to talk legal terms and your entity and my intellectual property. It's not your intellectual property. That's the whole thing. Because you cite, but you don't acknowledge. Maybe your next few videos, you'll listen to this and start acknowledging the people you borrow from. Eddie Barrios from the Bronx.